On today's expose, I am choosing, and it's what do we haven't done this before? Mastermind. You know, Jason Weingard, however you say his name, and he first appeared in the X-Men #4 in March 1964 by Stanley and Jack Kirby. You know, the usual. And he has the abilities of realistic psionic illusion casting and memory alteration. He was a carnival mentalist before becoming a founder of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and then he joined the Hellfire Club, and that's where he manipulated Jean Grey's Phoenix Force, which we covered in the Dark Phoenix saga of the original '92 series. La di da di da. He was very fun porn pirate names we made up. And, he's gone after Mystique and Rogue and tried to trick the X-Men into destroying Madeline Pryor. He did die of the legacy virus, but before that, he asked forgiveness from Jean, and she's like, "Okay." um, he
She
has
would.
3 daughters. She would, because she's just like that. He has 3 daughters, including Pixie, and yeah, that's that guy.
Very good.
And I know we haven't introduced you formally yet, Dylan, but if I remember right, so you were dressed as Sebastian Stan, but we also had a Jason Weingard at the Hellfire Gala?
Sebastian Shaw. Yeah.
Stan. I said Stan. Shaw. You're right. You're right.
You know what's on your mind.
Yep.
You know what's on Sean's mind. I was Sebastian Shaw, and Justin Wilder from the Ex-Wife podcast, he was dressed up as Mastermind during the Hellfire Club event thing that we do at the Uncanny Experience.
It's so fun. I didn't realize that was Justin. Wow. So I have met Justin in person, just as a different person.
Oh, and we did see him in X-Men 2 a little bit, kind of, sort of. A version of him. There you go.
A very different version.
Yeah.
A very, Mastermind / Legion
Adjacent
version of him.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Welcome to Bayville, my new home. It's time you remember why they call me Storm.
Look at me, I look fat. Do I look that bad to you? Easy, you fuzzy elf. Everything is going to be just fine.
Storm. Storm. That was tight. I give it 2 thumbs up.
All right. Welcome to this week's episode of Solving for X. My name is Sean. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
And I'm something of an X-fan myself, Kevin.
And I'm your astonishing X-Men stan, Ryan.
And we already said their name, but we're so happy to have Warpath Dylan back on the pod to go over this episode. How are you, Dylan?
I am wonderful, and I'm happy to be back and happy to talk about this character that I've oddly embraced. So, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because the reason why Ryan wanted you specifically for this episode is because you are a Toad cosplayer and you love Toad, even though he's a little toad. So what's up with this love of Toad?
It kind of came out of nowhere because I just wanted to put together an X-Men cosplay that I didn't see many people ever do because unfortunately, I'm one of those cosplayers that likes to compare myself to other people if they do the same cosplays that I want to do or have done. So I was like, who is someone that no one ever cosplays? And Toad was that person. And yeah, the first time I wore Toad was at a San Diego Comic-Con, and it was fun because every X-Men fan that was over the age of 40 or 50 knew who I was and complimented
the old school costume.
Complimented me on the cosplay and said that they never see Toad cosplayers. I've seen a few, but yeah, anyway, it's fun, and nobody else does Toad since I've done it, so I'm like, I'm gonna embrace Toad. So
Nice.
Wonderful.
So Toad's gone through a lot of different eras. He's changed his look from being the Toad that we kind of know that kind of is what we see in this series, to being like attractive Toad after the X-Men movie, to being like janitor Toad. So what's like your version of Toad that you like?
I like classic Toad, the idiot that. Well, idiot's not the right word. The person that follows Magneto around and will do whatever Magneto asks, but is actually pretty intelligent. So,
okay, that's true. He did take over for Magneto for a while Magneto was a baby. The things that come up in conversation with X-Men.
yes.
How about my other Trish Tobys? Do you have any questions for our Dylan?
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of janitor Toad, Dylan, could you see yourself ever trying to do a cosplay like that? I don't believe that you enjoyed the Wolverine and the X-Men series, but I liked it actually. So,
I mean, maybe, because I was thinking about it. The first job that I ever had was I was a janitor because my family had a cleaning company. Never put that two and two together until just now.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do janitor Toad sometime as like a house photo shoot cosplay thing. But I did like Toad and Husk together. I didn't like that series, but I did like Toad and Husk's little romance.
Yeah, that was cute.
I did enjoy that storyline as well. I liked kind of how you got to see when Husk so much that it was kind of tearing away personalities and stuff like that too. So it was kind of, I liked that storyline quite a bit.
Yeah, it was cute. We'll ignore the fact that she was also, kind of husking out like complete shedding bodies of herself, and he would collect those and keep them like in a closet.
I forgot about that.
We'll forget that part.
It's like Goldmember over here. Like,
Yes.
Do you think he ever wore the skin?
We're not going to discuss what he
Boo-hag,
did.
Sean.
Okay.
That's boo-hag.
I'm sorry. All right, moving right along.
No, I have
Let's
one
get into-
question.
Oh, go. Sorry.
So we know how you feel about Wolverine and the X-Men. What are your general thoughts about evolution?
Evolution is not the animated series or X-Men 97 or the Wolverine and the X-Men cartoon. It has its own realm in X-Men fandom. And there's lots of people that are a generation or a generation and a half younger than me that was their intro to the X-Men, and I am not going to fault them for that.
Well said.
That's my thoughts.
It's
Way to beat around that bush.
Yeah. It's been surprising, Dylan, because I was always with you. I'm like, people don't like X-Men Evolution, like it's all about the animated series. But in doing this recap of the series, we've had a few people come on and say like, fuck the animated series, I want my Evolution. I was like, what? I thought everybody loved the animated series. So the fans are out there and they're very dedicated.
Yes. Good for them.
And I haven't, of course, watched it all yet, but I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I get it. I get why people like it, but I still prefer animated series and Wolverine and the X-Men over Evolution. All right. Sinister Gossip Sesh, because it's not an hour, Kevin. It's just a session of doom. So I wanted to get all of your thoughts. So a week after Thunderbolts came out, Marvel has officially changed the name to the New Avengers, and they've rebranded the posters to the New Avengers. What are your thoughts on this? Because it's getting mixed reactions.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's too late to be changing the name. If you were going to do that, you should have done that like way before release, you know? I don't know. And I feel like it's kind of a spoiler as well.
Fair.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go.
You had your mouth open. We were waiting for it. What's he going to do with that mouth?
His mouth is always open.
That's true.
lord, my lord. I lost my train of thought after that. Yeah, no. Okay, so I believe that the title change is something unique and original. We've never, honestly, ever seen anything like that ever happen in movie history. Do I think that it should have happened right after? I don't know. Well, when was it? Like Sunday or Monday, or was it Monday that it was doing this? Yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like that's way too soon. Like, how many times has Marvel been have the Russo brothers came out and been like, please don't spoil our movie, like please don't do anything, and Marvel's doing it right there then and there. So I've got like kind of mixed emotions on it. I think that it's a
Fair.
cool idea, but maybe like it shouldn't, it when it comes to like when it was released on streaming or you were able to buy it digitally, like maybe it should have been New Avengers then. Like that's when they should have like changed it to New Avengers. But I don't know.
I think it's
Mhm.
confusing audiences too. That's just gonna people are gonna be like, wait, what is this movie?
Yeah.
I did like shortly after, like of course, go directly to Google and be like, is New Avengers on IMDb or is it still Thunderbolts? Like, but yeah, it is Thunderbolts on.
I was going to say, what's the answer
IMDb.
to that?
Yeah, it is Thunderbolts on IMDb.
I went to the theater today to see it, and it was Thunderbolts still.
Yeah, AMC still has those Thunderbolts. I think it's just
Yeah.
on the marketing. I don't think it's officially like changed, but I'm with Ryan. I have mixed feelings because I think it's really cute and fun that they did it. I just think they did it too soon. Like, because the people who love Marvel enough to get it already saw the movie, in the first few days. But for general audiences who don't understand, it's just confusing and weird. They should have waited maybe at least 2 to 3 weeks, and then I think it could have boosted sales, but it's too soon.
So I stand corrected, actually.
Uh-oh.
New Avengers did not come up, but if you do asterisk New Avengers, Thunderbolts comes up.
That's funny.
That's
That's
My thoughts on it are kind of in the same boat as Ryan. But I like to always, when people on the internet complain about Wolverine being the most famous mutant or X-Man and that he's oversaturated, et cetera, et cetera. Marvel is a company first, and they will do whatever will get them money. And in this instance, it's shock value. And
Yeah.
everybody's been wondering what the asterisk meant anyway. So if anything, it'll just make people possibly go see the movie if they haven't seen it, because they'll be like, wait, what? Why? Or it'll make people realize that in the future they need to see a Marvel movie within the first week. Otherwise, they might get spoiled.
That's
And
true.
then
Oh,
if that's what
yeah.
happens, Marvel gets more money quicker and faster and out of
Yeah.
people's pockets. So I don't agree with it necessarily, but they're a company first. They don't care about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did kind of wonder if they wanted to put the name Avengers in the title, so people who don't know who the Thunderbolts are like, oh, there's a new Avengers
Maybe.
movie.
That's probably true too.
Yes.
Mhm. Well, along that thread, since we've all seen it, without giving away any spoilers, what's the general consensus? How bad was it?
It's amazing. And in my mind, one of the best Marvel movies in probably at least the past 5 years.
Yeah, I agree. It was really good. It had good humor, good action. It actually felt like it held weight in the Marvel universe. Like we accomplished something. So I'm right there with
Mhm.
you.
Florence's Yelena is everything. Honestly,
Yes.
she is just perfect. I feel bad, but it's like Scarlet Who? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Wow. You're gonna say that on the Toad, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Not witch. Yeah.
Witch.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I love the movie. It's a perfect amalgamation of all the things I love. You got the perfect blend of the heart and the humor. You can tell the actors had a lot of fun with what they were doing and enjoyed being on there. Yeah, and it really gets into the human condition. So love it.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, the
Yep.
humanness that's in it, because I think
Mhm.
everybody in the world should see a therapist once, and I think this movie might make some people go see one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have one complaint, and like if you've seen the movie, you'll get it. If you haven't, I'm keeping it just, enough to where you won't know. I was excited to get justice for a certain character, and the character wasn't in the movie. A character who normally talks a lot and is funny. They kind of just didn't use them.
That's very vague,
That's
and
all
I'm
I'll
very
say.
confused.
I know.
I was just gonna be like, put it in the group chat.
All right. I'll send it to you guys. All right. So let's get into our episode. So previously on, would you rather be blue but you can teleport, or have spikes on your skin that you can project or throw? So Dylan, which one would you rather have? Be permanently blue or make spikes?
Oh my gosh. Probably make spikes.
Really?
The spikes don't go
Yes.
in.
What?
The spikes
Pervert.
are always out and showing. Yeah.
Oh.
They going where? They don't go anywhere.
That's what I was confused.
I knew you were where you were going with that. It just sounded funny.
Wait, I didn't know that they are always permanently out. Then no, I want to be blue. I'll be blue.
Blue.
I'm fine with blue.
Okay.
Dabba-dee dabba-die. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 6% said covered in spikes, and 94% said blue, but you can teleport.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but when you say covered in spikes, all I hear is
Covered in scorpions.
Amazing.
So who was it at Uncanny last year who brought the drinks? They had that drink. It was
I think it was Homo Superior.
Homo
or-
Superior.
Homo Superior.
Yeah, they,
We talk
Covered
about
in
that all the
scorpions
time,
drink.
Dylan. We love that drink so much. It really validated my whole childhood, because I had no idea how many people thought that was that funny, but apparently we all do. So amazing.
I believe some drinks from last year will return, and then there will be some new ones.
Oh, nice. Fun.
I think we kept track of like which ones got
Sales.
ordered the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
covered in scorpions. No.
Yeah, just off the name alone. I will have you all know, I did thoroughly chastise Jesse, my friend, who voted that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver should not be Magneto's children. I was like literally you and one other person, and she felt bad because I told her somebody made the comment that 2 people would rather see them as orphans. She's like, "No, I don't want to see them as orphans." I was like, "Well, that's what you voted for."
Yeah.
I will say I don't care if they are his kids or not, but I do like to argue with people on the internet because well,
that
just a-
shocks me.
that's just a fact in general that I like to argue with people on the internet. But when they were first introduced into comics, they weren't his kids, and then it came out and said that they were, but that was a retcon in itself anyway. So they were originally not his kids. So then when people get mad about it, I'm like, well, which retcon are you mad about? Because they originally were not his kids, and then they made them his kids, and then they made them not his kids. So which one are you mad about?
Yep. And then
Valid
Polaris
point.
was not his daughter, and then she was his daughter.
Yes.
You are not the father.
Yeah.
But wait, you are. But wait, no, you're not.
Not anymore.
It was a very, very confusing episode of Maury.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I want to see it.
One
though.
last. Yeah. I just saw this rumor. I thought I'd bring it up on the show. Apparently, Ryan Reynolds has said that he is in very early production, early stages of a Deadpool and X-Men movie. And judging by the comments, this was not met with the most excitement. people were kind of like, how come we can't just get X-Men on their own? Is it going to be like the old cast or a new cast? Like, people don't want to see the old cast. They want to see like the MCU X-Men. So what are your thoughts? Do we want Deadpool X-Men movie?
It's fine either way. I really don't care.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see, like, think Last Stand, you know what I mean? There's like, that was a cool movie because you got to see some characters that we haven't seen before. You'll probably get to see that in this Deadpool movie, but I really hope that it's just an X-Force movie. Like, it's just X-Force and Deadpool is leading this team of X-Force in his, or Exiles, like Deadpool in the Exiles, where he just goes through time and grabs like people from different X movies and has a team like that. That would be cool. But I don't want Fox cast, and I don't want him to be like super involved in the X-Men universe in the MCU. Like, I want him just to be Deadpool. Let them have their time. The new guys.
I've kind of sort of never been a fan of the Fox movies, and then when we got to the end of Deadpool Wolverine and we got the goodbye, like during the credits and everything, I actually got emotional, and I was like, oh, this was great. But then once it ended, I was like, thank God we will never have to see these people again. And then flash forward to a month ago when we see some of their names on these chairs for Doomsday, and I'm like, no, we already said goodbye.
We're done.
So I'm not happy about this news because I feel like it would at least have one Fox X-Man, and I want them dead and gone.
Yeah. I will say
if they
somebody...
If they did Exiles, though, like Ryan said, I would love for just randomness of grabbing different X-Men who have been in maybe live action things. And, maybe this would make Kevin happy. And like, what if they threw Finola Hughes, Emma Frost in there?
Yes.
That would be amazing.
I was thinking that too.
We were just telling James Mansfield about Finola Hughes. He's like, what?
David Bowie, Labyrinth, Emma Frost. Yeah, it looks great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We told her all about that.
I'm sure there will be updates.
Yeah, I mean, they do her. It was mostly her hair and makeup, which isn't her fault. She's a beautiful woman. It's hard to make her look not great, but it's very much styled like David Bowie in Labyrinth. Somebody posted, and I like this idea. They said, well, what if the movie's about Colossus getting kidnapped and Deadpool has to find him, so he brings together a group who cares about Deadpool, or who cares about Colossus. So it would be like Ileana, Psylocke. I forgot who else they said, but I could imagine like Kitty or Domino. So that'd be fun if we got to see some of those actors back in those roles. But yeah, I like the Exiles idea the best.
Yes.
Look at you, Rai Rai.
Not just a pretty face, I guess.
Not just an open mouth. All right, let's go ahead and get into our episode.
You've read the bathroom walls.
All right, today we're talking The Toad, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This released November 9th, 2002, written by Sidney Clark and Stephen Granite, and directed by Gary Graham. Kevin, get us started, girl. Get us in it.
Okay.
Get us going.
All right. Italian music plays. Super Mario Brothers. And Italian things happen everywhere. And own, A-U-N, own, ugly man slinks through the streets. A cop looks at him suspiciously. The man's eyes glow, and the cop sees a dad with child. The sus man passes another man. His eyes glow, and he appears as a beautiful woman. The man, we'll call him Jason Weingard, is suddenly stalked by Nito. The metal all around him is manipulated. Nito shows up and tells Mastermind his illusions won't work on the Master of Magnetism. Nito tells Mastermind, I have a job for you.
I loved this part. Like, I thought that it was like just really cool. Honestly, it got me actually like pretty pumped for like the episode. Like, we got to meet a new character, stuff like that, new scenery. I
Cool ambiance.
exactly.
Mhm.
I thought it was very, very cool.
Me too. It was a cool setup. The
Mm-hmm.
thing that I found interesting is they like, not to dig on it or anything, but they got Jason's style down, like his outfit, except for his face was so radically different. And I kept looking at his hair. I was like, I used to have my hair like that when I was younger in my emo phase. I had the long bangs and short on top. I was like, why'd they choose that style for his hair? He's like an old emo man.
Yeah. It was like his, like when he makes himself handsome in comics for Jean, but like an ugly version of that.
See,
Right.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So they met in the
Wasn't
middle of the nice
yeah, but
looking and the ugly.
wasn't he originally supposed to be like an ugly person, but he just made people think that he was like, so this kind of adds up a little bit though. I mean, it
Yeah.
was more Quasimodo like than just ugly,
Yes.
but you know, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Go you.
Sanctuary.
I was just gonna say, and there's Kev's favorite Disney.
Yep.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go
It's
for
you,
it.
buddy.
Okay. The next scene. Traffic, the bane of everyone's existence. Wanda sits in the back of a taxi that is about to cross a bridge. Suddenly, the bridge erupts in flames.
Sun on
4
my face.
flaming horses. Seems like that could allude to something. On top of the bridge is Pyro, flaming all over the place.
What a flamer!
What a flamer.
It's like Sean's cummy room. All over the
Oh my god!
Oh my god, I shared that with you in private.
And all of the listeners.
I know. I guess I forgot they were listening.
See, we're so close
Lord.
friends. It's great.
When that
Hi,
red
everyone.
light is on, you should know to not speak.
Oh, that doesn't. I think that that's like an alert. Then everything just comes out. It's like word vomit when the red light's on.
Mr. Kevin.
When red lights are on, things usually do come out.
Mm-hmm. Just give it time.
Dylan, Kevin told us a story about when he worked at summer camp. The kids would come to get his attention. They would put their hand on him, only they didn't realize that they were putting their hand on his enormous penis. And they'd be like, "Mr. Kevin, is that your knee?"
Oh my
And he'd be
God.
like, "Why don't we not put our hands on Mr. Kevin?" So
Oh my
all
God.
episode I kept being like, "Mr. Kevin,
Yeah.
Mr. Kevin."
Yeah. Do you remember
Lisa.
in the Morlock episode how there's the little girl with the giant hand that touches you and you
Yeah.
freeze? It
That's
was
what
like
brought it out.
PTSD for Kev.
Mr.
Oh my
Kevin.
gosh. He can't even focus right now. He's so
I know.
traumatized. Are you a thunderbolt?
Right?
Yeah.
I have
So
my
you're a new
dark
Avenger.
days.
Yeah.
You sure do. No.
Which
Mr.
room is
Kevin.
this? I don't know.
Anyway, back to the flaming gay bridge.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, we're gonna come to that because 4 horses, out of everything he could have made out of fire, he made 4 horses, which usually horses are ridden by horsemen. And usually when there's an apocalypse, there's 4 horsemen. So that's
Who told you?
interesting to me. Just saying.
yeah. It's like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like
foreskinning.
foreshadowing. It's not just foreshadowing, it's just like foreshadowing.
I think that's called
Where's
docking.
Mesmer at with those
Brian.
keys? That's what I want to know.
Uh, okay, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Back at Bayville High, for the first time, Kurt and Amanda are walking together. Amanda wants Kurt to meet her parents. Kurt's worried that his inducer has been acting up. Amanda tells him that she wants her parents to meet the real Kurt, the blue one we all know and love. Kurt tells her he is not ready.
I'll have you know, Mr. Kevin, that every time I have to write Bayville, I always put Bayview because of Charmed.
Oh.
Because of Charmed.
Oh.
There you go.
This is what you've done to me.
To me, it
Meanwhile-
almost seemed like Amanda was like outing Kurt. Like, he's not ready to come out of the closet yet. Amanda, calm down.
That's what we
it
say
feels
about
like.
Kurt. Yeah, in this entire like he's just not ready, and he is everyone else. Like he's hanging out with all of his gay friends, aka the mutants, that are all out and open. But he gets his little inducer,
Yeah.
aka can walk like a straight guy. No,
AKA cargo pants.
Portable
exactly.
closet.
Yes.
All right. Meanwhile, Scott and Jean are driving to school together because they are a couple now. So rushed. They see the bridge catching fire. The lovebirds decide to go check it out. It took 3 goddamn seasons for these two to get together. 3 seasons.
But I love that they are like going hard though, at like making sure that everyone knows they're a couple now. They're a couple.
Yep.
Hair in the wind, in the rain. Get it.
Lost
I
in
feel like-
Mexico? I got you, boo.
Yeah, I feel like every show that has like a teenage cast, they have to wait until like season 3 before anything can be like serious, because they have to make sure that the show comes off like kids are not in the first season having sex together type of thing.
They also have to
That's
wait for
valid.
the actors to turn 18.
Yeah, they're 18 now.
There's that.
Which we know now that they are.
That's probably was the main reason.
Yeah,
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 they turn
that's
18.
true.
They're 18 now.
Yeah.
They can date.
Back at the bridge, Wanda engages Pyro in combat. A piece of the bridge splodies, causing one side of the bridge to break loose. Cyclops, Jean, and Storm show up just in time to put out the fires and save people from falling debris. I said the S because I'm different. Pyro retreats. Scott and Jean check on Wanda. She tells them that Pyro was sent by Nito to deliver a message for her to stop looking for Nito. Jean drops the bomb that Quickie is back with the Brotherhood. Wanda gets so mad, flames on the side of her face. I'm glad we brought it up.
I love that.
I had to. I love Clue so much.
Yep.
Back at the Brotherhood house, Quickie is. I laugh every time I see that.
There you go.
Quickie
You're welcome.
is watching TV as Blob delivers his lunch. The sandwich is made wrong, so Quickie sends Blob back to the kitchen. The TV goes out. Quickie demands Toad to adjust the antenna he's holding on the roof. Lance Alvers comes in. Why are we going in that? Avalanche comes in. He has been out working on a car. Quickie asks Avalanche to move the armchair. Avalanche erupts the chair at Quickie and out the window. Blob, Toad, and Avalanche all tell Quickie they are sick of him. Quickie reminds them that they have to be good to join Magneto and Fearless as well. Just then, Wanda is seen walking towards the house. Quickie quickly goes to quietly hide. There's too many cues.
You're welcome. Alliteration.
And we say Lance Alvers because we go, Lance Alvers. We always make fun of his name, and that's why it's such a thing. We also say Avalanche sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Avalanche.
Avalanche.
I like that.
And we realized later, like, his name is even worse to us because Alvers Lance, I think, is supposed to sound like avalanche.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
I hate
It's the
Yeah.
whole
Mm-hmm.
That makes me hate this.
Yeah.
Even
So
more.
we like to just
I'm-
poop all over his name.
I'm actually just gonna leave. Goodbye. I'm not finishing this episode.
We're the first ever podcast to make Dylan just leave.
It would be a first.
Mid pod.
Yeah.
All right, can we talk about how Quicksilver was drawn in this scene? Like,
I believe it's Quickie.
I'm sorry, how Quickie was drawn in this scene, because it literally looked like he had breasts at like one point, like just the shadowing and everything. I kept on like looking and being like, what is going on? And then if it wasn't that, it like looked like he had like literally like the like super skinny waist and like the huge pectorals. And I was like, I could get into that, but I mean, the breasts were just, I mean, they were at least C's. No,
Yeah.
They're like, Quickie is quick, no one will see.
I love my friend Vicky admitted to us when she was younger she had 2 nicknames, and she's like, they didn't sound great though. People called me Quickie Vicky. We're like, oh, because she was so fast at everything. We're like, yeah. And her other nickname that they called her was Tricky Vicky because she liked to trick people. We were like, oh yeah, that's the reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
She
Poor
pulled a
Vicky.
quick trick.
With that.
Yeah. And now she only goes by Victoria.
Just like Posh Spice.
Now she goes by Licky Vicky because she likes to lick lollipops.
Ryan literally clutched his pearls.
I did.
You know, the pearl necklace that he always has.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm a fancy lady. What can I say?
Oh my.
Toad goes to open the front door for his love, Wanda. One of them is excited to see the other. Hint, it's not Wanda. She pushes Toad aside and demands to know where Pietro's at. Toad tells Wanda that Pietro's in the closet, next to R. Kelly, Tom Cruise, and John Travolta. Quickie makes his getaway before Travolta can start massaging his back.
And before R. Kelly pees on him.
Exactly. Oh my god. But Tom Cruise jumps out and starts jumping on the couch. No. Wanda tries to find him, but Toad keeps bugging her. Wanda blasts Toad across the room and tells him to be someone else. Toad takes this to heart.
Oh. So, just to be clear, I only use this reference because it's referencing South Park. I know R. Kelly's a piece of poop. We covered him on Once Upon a Cult. Otherwise, I wouldn't use his name, but this was a direct reference to South Park. Thank you.
No worries. We had all funny things to say about them afterwards, so it was good. It was
I'm
kind
just
of
making
like really
sure the
good
listeners
setups.
are on board too.
Yeah.
And by the way, Once Upon a Cult can be found anywhere where podcasts can be found. All right. Meanwhile, at the Sefton house, the doorbell rings. It's a Les Blue Kurt, dressed to the nines. Amanda beings him, brings him in to meet the parents. I didn't have a lot of time. Shut up. Kurt makes a nervous fool of himself. Margalie, the mama, goes to put Kurt's flowers in water while the unnamed Papa goes to get drinks. Amanda tells Kurt to relax. Just then, the image inducer goes on the fritz. Papa returns with the drinks. As Papa backs into the room, Kurt ports into the kitchen. He scares Margalie, but at least his image inducer is working again. Kurt ports back to Amanda, scaring Margalie. Weren't you just in the kitchen? Everyone goes to the table to sup. So this is not only a fun scene, because it's like that whole like comedy with the powers, but
It's
also
very
like it's
sitcom-y,
cool. Yeah.
Very.
It's cool that Margalie is the name of the mom, because that references Margalie Zardos, who we talked about in one of our exposés, who's Amanda's mom.
Mm.
And I thought both of her parents were super sexy. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm like,
Yeah, I'd watch that porn.
Right?
No, I could see. Yeah.
I
could
mean,
see
I
that.
thought the dad was, but of course Kevin thinks both of them are.
Yeah.
Greedy.
Oh, just put me in the middle. It's fine.
I'm game for
I'd
that.
watch that. Yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do that.
Who
Just
wants,
put me in the
who
middle
wants
too?
to make a sandwich in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Wait until the red light is on.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay.
I mean, I need to put something on OnlyFans, so there you go.
Yes.
Wait, you're on OnlyFans?
What? This is
I know.
new.
Surprise, surprise.
I can't be on this podcast. I'm leaving.
And
This
then
could be
number
me
two.
and Kevin. Yeah, it's just gonna be me and Kevin by the end of this.
I have a big announcement.
Next scene.
April Fools.
Mr. Kevin.
Oh, me. No. Okay, yes, me.
Is that what the OnlyFans is called?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Oh, no. As I said it, I was like, no, Dylan, that's gross. No. And I couldn't stop saying it.
No, that was us all last episode. Mr. Kevin. Yeah.
I know.
We're all seeing
They're
each
all
other
British
next
children.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
Oh,
We're all
God.
seeing each other next week, and I was like, Kevin, that's how I'm greeting you. I'm just gonna be like, Mr. Kevin.
Yeah, and I'll probably all be drunk, too, and that would even be worse.
Yeah.
But very entertaining, I'm sure.
Make sure you
All
turn
right.
the red light on.
See?
Oh
All
I
right.
should get drunk when we do
Later.
a Trish talk. That'd be fun.
Trish,
Sorry.
Trish talk.
Chris Tilbury.
Later, Kurt helps to do the dishes after dinner. Someone seems to be stalking them from outside. Suddenly, Toad jumps through the window. He steals Kurt's image inducer and shoots Papa in the face with gunk. As Margalie goes to help Papa, Kurt and Toad... This sounds like a porn.
I was just gonna say this really sounds like a porn. Yeah.
Let me help Papa get the gunk off his face that Mr. Kevin gave him.
When you say it like that, anything sounds bad.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Kurt and Toad battle. The image inducer keeps swapping hands. Kurt kicks Toad out the window. Kurt gets up to apologize to the Seftons. Just then, Toad grabs the inducer with his tongue and bounces. See what I did there? He did that tongue thing. Just like Mushu. And the Seftons stare at Kurt in wonderment. Wonderment. There you go.
Wonderment. That's spelled right.
Yeah, it is. I added an N in there for some reason.
Yeah, wonderment. Why not? If we can turn parallel into plural, we can do whatever the fuck we
Yep.
want.
Yep.
I thought them fighting in the living room, like, first I was horrified for the Seftons.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, I don't care if you're blue, get the fuck out of my house. You just ruined everything and broke the window, which was a very big window. Like, that whole thing has to be replaced.
Yeah.
Grandma's
Try
vase
explaining.
is safe. Grandma's vase is safe.
Yeah.
Just hold it. Just hold it, Amanda. You'll be good.
Try explaining
like
that
how-
to the insurance company.
Yeah.
I like how if we were kids, we'd be like, oh no, poor Kurt, he broke up with Amanda. But as an adults, we're like, that is expensive glass to replace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
I mean, the curtains,
How do you...
the tables,
Yeah.
everything's a muck.
A man broke through the window and shot gunk in my husband's face.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have a
Was-
streaker
Yeah.
break through your window and then come on your husband's face? What are you talking about?
Is this a porn? No.
I was just gonna say, and Dylan's the
Right.
operator, and all he's asking was the red light on?
Is the red light on? What's the website? I need to watch it. How hot is your husband? Was he hotter with a gunk on his face? Never mind.
Stop.
Is it my turn? Okay, it is.
Yeah.
Later, in the snowy mountains, Wanda rides the ski lift up to the top of a summit. A man with bad teeth sits next to Wanda and starts to flirt with her. Wanda sees through the lie and knows that it's Toad. She kicks him from the lift. When she lands, her scarf blows away. A nice man that sounds like a dollar store gambit offers to get her the scarf and bounces after it. Definitely not Toad. Wanda throws him into the snow and leaves. Oh, and it was Toad.
I thought that was so funny when this like nice looking man just started hopping off. I'm like, Toad, girl.
Yes.
Everyone does that. That's how everyone walks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that in Vegas. We'll just be walking somewhere and I'll start jumping.
I'll make sure the red light's on.
It won't. Yeah, red light, but also it won't be the weirdest thing. People will be like,
That's
"Yeah,
true.
that happens all the time."
Yeah.
They're like, but it's not
Wanda?
noon yet. Yeah.
I know. They'd be like, he must be going to circus. Ooh.
Yeah. I have to go to a convention there in September. I am not looking forward to it.
No, I know. They have like a SpongeBob ride there right now, so it's like a shoot 'em like ride through ride. And so we went to Circus to go on it, and just walking through, I was like, "Oh, that's why nobody likes this hotel." But the ride was fun.
I get it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wanda wanders into a small
Oh.
ski. Wait. Oh, it is you. It's you.
Stealer.
Uh-huh. Huh, huh, huh. Wanda wanders
Wanda
into
wanders.
It was a little weird though that we did it. We kind of just started saying it at exactly the same time. It was a little Mary Kate and Ashley. It was very little. It might have also been a little cuckoo-esque, like I don't know, like a hive mind. All right. Wanda wanders into a small ski town. She rents a snowboard and heads to this ski sitter honor thingy. She sees Pyro get on and goes to follow. A man sits next to her on the ski sitter honor thingy. Sean doesn't ski or is from the Midwest. Yeah. The man is Eric, the ski instructor, and he is beautiful. Wanda sees Pyro boarding away. She goes to follow. Eric falls off the ski lift.
Ski lift, thank you. That's what it's called.
It reveals
Then
to
what
be
was the other
Toad.
thing called?
The other thing's like some car or something. Car lift?
Okay.
No, not car lift.
Car lift,
But
cable? No.
cable car. That's it. Yeah.
Yes,
that,
yes,
Oh,
it's a
is it?
cable
Okay.
car.
Mhm.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
okay.
It should have said cable car because when I was reading my part, I was like, she was not on the ski lift yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be.
I know, and then
key.
when you said lift up there, I was like, wait a minute, did he say, are we going back into, what, okay, yeah. All right,
And there's technically different kinds of ski lifts. There you can do like a chair lift, this was a chair lift. There's gondolas and tram lifts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, look who's an expert all of
Yeah.
a sudden.
Do you have
Well,
a podcast
there's-
about
there's-
skiing?
I never went
Yeah.
skiing, but there is a ski area like 45 minutes away, so I passed them.
Yeah.
You know.
I was like,
It
guys,
snows
he lives in Wisconsin, all right? That's a very known ski
I think-
area.
I think the same ski lift is like 45 minutes to an hour away
Yeah.
from me. So yeah, I know exactly which one you're
Right.
talking about, where people
Right.
can ski even
Yeah.
in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's this place called?
I don't even
This
remember. I just know I passed it.
ski
the
place
name.
honor thing.
Yeah.
It's called ski
That's-
lift, according to Sean.
Sitter on
Oh my
anything.
god. All right, so Eric falls off the ski lift and it's revealed to be Toad. Wanda makes her way down the slope. She sees Pyro disappear into a metal dome. Just then, an orb comes out and farts on her, knocking her out. Toad sees the whole thing go down.
I guess I was in a very silly mood this morning. I don't know. I don't know.
I love it.
You're welcome.
I do love how with the last guy that Toad was doing, Wanda's like, "Oh hey."
I know.
It works.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, he was attractive. I was like, all right, I see what you're digging at.
But also, like, how horny is Wanda? Because I mean, literally, Wanda, the past 10 minutes, or not even 10 minutes, in the past 5 minutes, 2 men have hit on you, and it was Toad. And now you think this
Right.
third one is actually someone hitting on you?
Right.
The most attractive one.
I know.
Yeah.
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 I was a little disappointed that literally on their way to get to Magneto, this guy's name was Eric. I was like, you really, out of all the names out there for a man, you
I know.
went with Eric?
Eric,
Like water
the
on the
instructor.
wound or whatever.
Maybe she has daddy issues.
Okay.
Which
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe. Definitely
She
does.
Yeah.
Oh, your name's Eric? That's my dad's name. Now you just got even hotter.
Yeah,
Can
you
love
just got
me like
even
better than
hotter.
my daddy?
Please.
So I know you guys may have noticed I don't know a lot about snow skiing, but I do know this. This scene was incredibly rando to me because, like, they didn't have snowboards when they went up there. So is it like a snowboard like rental place? And does Pyro always have to snowboard down to Magneto's lair every time? And is he not returning the snowboard? Is Eric just getting all these fees because they're not returning the snowboards? Or does he magnetically return them? This was so weird to me, but it was a fun scene.
There's always rentals there. Most of the time, there's always
Mhm.
rentals there.
Yeah. Like always at a resort or something like that.
Yeah.
Especially a ski town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that
But
there's
people bring their own
rentals,
too.
But why would Magneto set
Maybe
up
they
in
stole
this?
them.
Why would he set up here? Why would he set up here? It's so random. They just wanted a snowboard
Super
skiing.
Well,
And the big metal thing looked like the bean to me.
It
The
did.
Chicago bean. It looked
It
just
did.
like the bean.
Oh yeah.
But also, it sounds like Solving for X needs to go on a ski trip. Is
Yeah.
what
Oh
this
god.
sounds like, because Sean
We'll all
needs to
fall
be
down.
educated.
I went snow skiing once and I did not like it. I'm more of a water ski person. And when I was younger, I used to tell people I like water sports and I didn't understand why they were laughing at me. But yeah, I like water skiing.
Oh my god.
You are so pretty.
Thanks.
Oh, I bet your shower is golden, Sean. I just know it.
Yeah.
I really am gonna leave this time. It was fun.
Bye.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The
You're
only
terrible,
other thing
Muriel.
I noticed
Okay.
in this scene is I was a little disappointed because when Magneto was in the desert, he also just made a big orb around him. This is just another orb in the snow. I'm like, you really can't do like a castle or something cool? Like, what is this?
He's not Elsa.
Yeah.
Well, he should be. I want to see him let it go.
I mean, I would not mind seeing this Magneto let it go.
Now I want to see that whole scene with Magneto stomping down on the ground and making a whole castle around him.
Oh my gosh, he is the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the villain.
All right. Kurt sits alone and forlornly looks at a picture of him and Amanda. Toad shows up. Kurt goes into a rage and attacks Toad for ruining his life. He demands to get his inducer back. Toad tells him he doesn't have the inducer on him, but he'll give it back if Kurt helps him on one teeny weeny matter. Teeny weeny little space. Living space.
Yes. All right. Wanda comes into Nito's lair. Nito tells her he let Pyro leave a trail for Wanda to find him. He tells Wanda that he hated leaving her at the clinic, but he had no choice. Wanda doesn't take the apology well. She denies Nito's offer to join him. Nito unleashes Mastermind on Wanda. She starts experiencing flashbacks of that horrible day when she was left at the clinic. The memories are written over with better memories of spending time with Daddy Nito. Oh, the sad moment. Oh, this is very timely for today's with the anyway. I'm not gonna spoil. But yeah, very much like that. Okay, I was gonna go. I'm done.
You were about to read mine. What is wrong with you people?
How could you read somebody else's scene? That's terrible.
We did already establish that Kevin is greedy, so
yes. Mr. Kevin.
Outside the dome, Kurt and Toad are discussing ways to sneak in to get the inducer. Toad reveals he has the inducer. Kurt gets mad. Toad comes clean and says that he wants to save Wanda to get her to like him. Toad brings up Amanda, and Kurt is angered once more by the loss of his girlfriend. Toad pleads with Kurt to help. Kurt reluctantly complies. He teleports them into the dome. The two evade Nito's lackeys. Mastermind suddenly senses intruders and alerts Daddy Nito. Toad attacks Mastermind, and Toad and Kurt free Wanda. Enter Magneto. Kurt ports them out.
I just realized every time I say Mr. Kevin, my voice is getting more and more Dobby from Harry Potter. That's what.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's going on in my mind. Mr. Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, just add to it.
Just give him a saw, Kevin, but make sure it's a clean one.
It won't be for long.
Yeah, not in Sean's hands.
Oh man.
We're in Sean's room.
No, my mom told me once, because I didn't know that was a thing, and then I found out it was a thing, and my mom was like, I do your laundry sometimes. If I reach into a sock and find that, you're dead. I was like, okay.
I just use wash rags.
Yeah.
Why would I do that to my sock? I have to wear that.
I know.
Well, tube socks are very good at their job. I'll just say that much. It's been a long time, but I've had I just know.
That's probably the only thing that will fit your penis.
I was going to say, not all of us have to use tube socks, Kevin. So.
Is that your knee, Mr. Kevin?
Oh, God.
Is it Ryan?
Not me. Yes.
Yes, it's.
Oh, it's me. Oh, yeah. Nito isn't her.
Nito
sorry,
isn't.
Nito.
Oh.
Me.
Ryan is so pretty when he squints his eyes. It's like he's trying to make sure Toad doesn't get any gunk on him.
Yeah. There's that mouth again.
First time he's closed his mouth in years.
This is true, actually. Yeah. I'm a whore. No, I'm just no. Nito isn't too worried about Wanda's escape. He asks Mastermind if he's finished the job. Mastermind reports that he did. Nito tells them to let Toad and Kurt escape with Wanda.
Wow. He's playing the long con.
Did you finish your job? Then let you go. Blah, 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 blah.
Then let her go. Back at the ski lodge, see, I know what that is. Wanda wakes up in Eric, the ski trainer's arms. She kisses him. The inducer wears off and she finds herself kissing Toad, and he doesn't turn into a prince. She gets mad and grossed out. Kurt reminds Wanda that Toad did save her. Wanda smiles at Toad. Toad eats a fly. Wanda gets disgusted by Toad. Wanda leaves.
She says, "Thank you," and then ew.
Ow!
Later, Kurt is walking in the moonlight with Amanda. Very sexy time. Amanda tells Kurt her parents don't want her to see him anymore. Oh, Amanda loves Kurt and is willing to go against her parents' wishes to be with him. Well, I mean, I get it, I guess. Stinking mutant!
Yeah, I wonder, like, because she made it seem like I thought her parents might already know he was really blue, but I wonder if that was, like, landed on them along with the fact that they destroyed their house. I wonder which
Right.
was the worst part.
See, I feel like it was the house, but
Yeah.
it's just me. Maybe it's...
That was
Yeah,
like a whole
that's
bay
true.
window that they have to replace.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
Oh, that needs to die and go to hell.
Did Toad just break through your window? What is happening?
Yeah.
He did.
What is that?
Neighbors.
Alan just so happened to come home while the girls down the hall were like running around screaming.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Back at the Brotherhood house, Wanda is explaining to Toad that she doesn't understand why, but she's not mad at Nito anymore. Toad starts to pry. He is suddenly grabbed by Quickie. Quickie tells Toad to keep his trap shut. Wanda is happier and willing to stick around as long as she thinks she likes Nito. Toad complies because he's a horny Toad. And then the weirdest thing happens. There's a weird Toad song that plays, and it's like Toad.
Right?
Well, you know,
Why does he have a
that was
theme
a song-
song?
they made that for season 1. That would play
Mhm.
his first appearance in season 1 as well.
Oh, I forgot.
I remember.
Yeah, but
And then
yeah,
they played
it's just
it
his theme song.
softly at different parts throughout this episode too. It's just weird how when he in the end they play it loud.
Very.
Mhm. All right, so I'm starting to put stuff together. I kind of talked about it, but the 4 horsemen in our 4 horses in Pyro's flames, and the fact that Magneto has 4 horsemen around him. We'll see what happens there. But
You'll never
let's
know.
talk about. Oh, I will know by Ascension.
Wow.
I just figure it's gonna happen then because it's called Ascension. Like, all right. So let's talk about our thoughts on this episode and rate it. Britishly bitchin' like Emma, pretty cool like Iceman, Australian Wolverine, you kind of love it but kind of hate it. Fat and sweaty like Jubilee, or unspeakable like X-Men Origins Deadpool. Who wants to go first?
How about our
I-
guest?
Oh, no, I'm nice and I like everybody else to finish first.
Oh, thank you.
What a gentleman.
I'm still trying to
Okay,
figure out
Dylan,
what
then
I want to rate it.
choose.
I don't know.
Choose who you wants to go first.
I feel like this is a trick question. Sean.
Ah, good, because I was ready anyway. So, this episode was a lot of fun. I thought the only thing that kind of bothered me a little is like the spatial awareness. Like, how is Toad? How does he know Kurt is at Amanda's house? He goes straight there, and then he goes all the way up to the freaking mountains, and then the next scene he's back with Kurt. Like, I don't know. I guess all these places are really close together. But
Stalker much. How do you know where
yeah.
Wanda and Kurt are at all times?
Yeah. But that didn't take too much away, and also the random snowboarding, which I feel like they just put on because snowboarding games were like really big at that time. I gave this a pretty cool like Iceman. I really like this episode.
Do I still get to pick the order?
Sure, why not?
Kevin.
Yeah, I was debating between Australian Wolverine and Pretty Cool because I liked things but I wasn't moved on. There's nothing I really hated, I would say. So I guess it would be Pretty Cool, because it's still. I think it's fun. I think it's mysterious. It sets things up. You get the sitcominess. You get the hot parents. You get, yeah, and you get a little bit more of Wanda's story and the little Easter eggs. So yeah, I'll get Pretty Cool.
Yeah. Just to add to it, I think I'm most excited to see where Wanda's story is going to go now because it's interesting that her mind was messed with. Like, I think that opens a lot of possibilities to like craziness.
And how
that
will
can
this
happen.
affect her personality? Because before she was all very like angsty and very. Maybe she'll get to explore some other parts of her now.
We get to explore nature versus nurture.
Yeah, right.
Look at Sean getting all philosophical.
Yeah.
It's not a word.
Right. Still go for it. We never make up words on this show, Dylan. How dare you?
Wonderment.
Skis that are on our thing.
And Ryan, before I finish, I would like you to finish.
Oh, wow. Such a gentleman. Thanks for, again, making the Kevin sandwich. Yeah.
I like sandwiches. I
just where
wanted
I
to
like
make sure he was in the middle.
All right, I'm gonna go with Pretty Cool like Iceman. I kind of was the same way with Kevin. I was teetering between Pretty Cool and Australian Wolverine. Like I said, I really enjoyed the opening scene. I thought it set the tone for episode. I haven't seen this episode for maybe a few years, to be honest, and I was kind of rewatching it for the first time, and I was excited from the beginning, from the opening scene, and then it kind of turned into a TGIF show. You know what I mean? Like with the whole like Toad and Nightcrawler thing, which again is very entertaining, but I was expecting a different mood from the opening scene. So I'm gonna do Pretty Cool like Iceman. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Dylan, it's time to watch you finish.
It's time. Yep. All right. Turn the red light on.
Yeah. Everybody get ready to have gunk on your face. Not to sound like a broken record, but same as Ryan and Kevin. Kind of in the middle. I mean, just like Kevin, I would like to be in the middle of Iceman and Wolverine. Even though I dislike evolution a lot. Like Kevin mentioned, the like little Easter eggs, especially like Amanda's mom's name being mentioned, and the Four Horsemen being alluded to. It was fun, and I will say I have only ever watched Evolution once, and that was when it was on, and I was a kid. But Wanda was my favorite part of Evolution, so I did remember bits and pieces of this episode because Wanda was the only thing I liked from Evolution. So yeah, it was a good episode.
Yay!
Definitely.
Now everybody can wipe off.
Oh, now I can take the tube sock off. All right.
Yeah. Exactly.
So now,
and Ryan left.
Yep.
So it's Kevin.
Yep. Typical man.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go take a nap.
He didn't even say goodbye.
Right. I bought such a lovely spread for breakfast.
There's only one kind of spread that should happen for breakfast.
I was waiting for it.
That was trying too
I'm
hard.
gonna use the word spread on purpose. All right, so most excellent player. I actually, for the first time in X-Men history, I'm giving it to Toad. Toad was a badass in this episode, and like Toad got shit done. He tricked Nightcrawler into going with him to save Wanda by like saying he had the or Magneto had the inducer. Like he was a fun character in this, and I liked his representation for the first time ever in this show.
I'm going to agree, and it's not my bias for my weird love for Toad, but he did get things done. He stalked two very intelligent people all day long somehow. He knows how to get from school to someone's house, break into a house, and then get to the mountains, and then trick an X-Man to help him break into Magneto's lair of all places. He got everything he wanted happened. So
Yeah.
nothing that Wanda wanted happened, and Kurt lost his girlfriend. So the only person that won in this episode was Toad.
It's Toad, yeah.
That is true.
Now, next episode, Toad goes to Mastermind and has a Mastermind rewrite Wanda's memories to think Toad's attractive.
Right.
That would happen, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Papa for being so attractive. No, I don't.
Okay.
Papa for really knowing how to take gunk to the face.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I've seen it done before, but
Not like that.
I've seen it done, yeah, but not that well.
Not like that.
Not that well. Mm-mm.
That's like the
Impressive.
Dilophosaurus level blinding.
Yeah. I don't know what. I have no idea what Toad is eating, but I mean, wow, that was a lot to produce. Yeah.
It knocked that big man.
Lots of
to his
zinc.
feet.
Zinc.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, zinc.
I gave it to Kurt, actually. Mostly because he's the one that told Wanda that Toad helped save the day. He wasn't going to do it for himself. He's like, Toad actually helped. So I thought Kurt was really cool for doing that. And also, Toad was kind of bad at the end for not, telling Wanda the truth. So I'm like, but yeah, I know Toad was like the main hero of the episode, but I think, kudos for Kurt for noticing.
That's fair.
Aw.
I like that.
I get
That's
that.
adorable.
Yeah.
All right. And then what is the X Factor? Your favorite moment or thing that showcases the greater X-Men universe? Ryan.
I'm going to go with the Easter eggs. Oh, sorry. Say the Easter eggs.
He's greedy again.
Okay.
I know. I just went. I just shut my load. It's fine.
It's very quick.
They've got pills for that, and I don't think it's zinc.
Well, I can keep going. I multiple rounds, so it's fine.
It's a
I'm going right
revolver.
now.
It's a damn revolver down there. Damn, yeah. All right, so I would have to say Magneto fucking with his children's minds, and like making them believe one thing when it's completely different. So, and I think that's very much like the comic books.
Mm.
I will say, in a weird way of trying to tie it together, that when there's a greater evil, like sometimes in comics, sometimes the villains and heroes do join forces. And in this instance, Kurt and Toad joined forces, even though it was just so Toad could get a girl.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I gave it to the idea of Marvel Comics constantly reinventing their characters. Like Iron Man is now poor and he has crashed, so he has a bad body. Peter Parker is now rich and now he's poor again, and this and that. And so the way they kind of reinvented Wanda by giving her these memories, I think it keeps it fresh and keeps it going. So I like that, and I think it showcases the bigger picture.
Very true. I like that.
Nice.
Good catch.
All right. So previously on, that's what Papa said. Previously on, what would the child of Scarlet Witch and Toad be called? The Scarlet Toad, the Toad Witch, Jabberwocky, or Bandersnatch? Thought I'd throw in some Lewis Carroll.
Depends on if it's a girl and if her name's Victoria, because then she could be Licky Vicky.
That's true. Licky Vicky.
Good callback. Good callback.
Deep cut.
Yeah.
Should I take one of the
Nice.
options out and put Licky Vicky? Let's do that. Let's take Jabberwocky. And
I
I'll
love
have to tell
that.
Vicky that she influenced our podcast.
Has been showcased a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, that was never my nickname, Sean. I'm like, now you have a third one. Thanks. Like,
We love you, Victoria.
We do.
and the
Alright,
puppers are
so-
super cute too.
The Scarlet Toad, Toad Witch, Licky Vicky, or Bandersnatch? I'm going with Licky Vicky.
Yeah. I did like the what's it called? The Bandersnatch and Jabberwocky though. Before Licky Vicky was said, I was gonna choose one of those. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that would actually be
See-
kind of really cool.
Sorry to
Bandersnatch, I
hijack
like
the question,
because-
Sean.
But, yeah.
That's right. It happened with Colby also. He had a better answer
You
than
know.
me, and then it won, and I was like,
It's fine. Yeah.
I have a feeling that's gonna happen again, Sean. I'm sorry.
I do
Licky
too.
Vicky's pretty
I
awesome.
know.
Yeah.
It's the one.
I have a big
It's the one.
announcement. I'm leaving the pod.
Bandersnatch I like because it has snatch in it, and also it reminds me of Resident Evil.
Yes, I thought that too.
Oh my god. I because of the snatch. Yeah.
Because of snatch. There's also I thought of Toadstool, like Princess Toadstool too would be fun.
Oh, that's cute.
That is cute.
If it's a boy.
It has
Yeah.
stool in it.
I know.
So
Ew.
that-
Oh.
Your toad and
So
stuff.
funny
instead
anymore.
of gunk, they shit on you.
it's
I don't want this.
it's Stinky Vicky.
Oh no. Cleveland
Okay, moving on.
steamroller or whatever was not an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
All right, so let's get into our Danger Room Divas, and that'll be the end
Wait.
here.
Before we get into Danger Room Divas, can I plug something actually really quick? I bought this for my nephew, and I thought that it was amazing. I wanted to share it. So it's actually an X-Men children's book, you guys, that came out.
Cute.
It's called The Uncanny X-Men Days of Future Fun by Jeffrey Brown. And in the inside is actually like kind of like comics for kids though, but like funny
love
stuff. Like yeah, like at one point like Jean's painting Wolverine's claws. Like it's really cute and fun. Like if you ever need to get like a baby book for a friend that's having a baby or something, or
Or a
like
book for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So highly recommend. Check it out. Again, The Uncanny X-Men Days of Future Fun by Jeffrey Brown.
Thank
Add it
you.
to the Charmed and Buffy children's books that you have.
Yes.
May I add something to Ryan's plug?
Sure.
Where is this going?
Oh, no, I know.
Has nothing to do with the butt plug that you have in right now.
Yeah.
The book that you just plugged. I feel like I did this the last time I was on your show. So I'm gonna give like a cool thing about Uncanny. At Uncanny Experience this year, we haven't announced any of our scheduling, but one thing that is going to be scheduled is drag reading time, where we're going to have a drag queen read books for little kids, and that is one of the books that we are going to have.
Yay!
read.
That's fun.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, drag
See?
story time.
Fun.
I don't know why I couldn't
Yeah.
think of that
Circle.
word.
Oh my god, I love that. Great minds think alike.
Yay,
This podcast will
thank
not be
you.
invited to that.
No, they'll ruin everything.
They are not going near Mr. Kevin.
Yeah, no.
We've heard about Mr. Kevin.
Putting security outside of the story time with like a wanted poster.
Solving for ex-boys not allowed.
Not allowed.
God.
Anyway, Danger Room Divas.
All right, Danger Room Divas.
Come on, Gambit, can't you make this program a little tougher?
Oh, it's no game club. It's the danger room. It's where we train.
Danger Room Divas!
Simulation complete.
All right, so Dylan, do you want to be heroes or villains?
Villain.
Villain, okay. Oh, and let me quickly tell you how last week played out. Of course, I bring up Instagram, and there's Dylan, the first thing I see on my feed.
That tongue? That snake-like tongue? Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
textured.
I didn't even know that was happening. I barely remember the picture happening, but I remember the guy took a picture of me, and then he also was like, I'm going to do a video too, but turn it into a picture. And I was like, I don't know what that means, but sure.
Sure.
He turned the red light on, and I just opened my mouth. It's fine.
If he tells you to take your top off,
love it.
get the money first.
Yeah, exactly. Get the money
Oh, wait,
first.
we already did this. We already talked about it last week. I forgot about that. But I won. So what that means is I get to choose who goes up against Dylan. We really haven't heard from Kevin. So Kevin, no, just kidding. Ryan. So Ryan versus Dylan. Let me spin for Dylan. Who's your villain? It is... Oh, how appropriate. It's Avalanche. And then I get this stupid Starbucks ad that shows up in between everything that I do in my life lately. I don't want you, Starbucks. And then, okay, for Ryan, you get Rachel Gray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fun. We haven't had her yet.
Baby Phoenix. Let's
Yep.
go. Let's go.
And your situation. Oh,
Who
no.
would be better qualified to be the Phoenix? No.
Ryan's going to judge me again. This is one of the new ones I added.
Oh,
Apparently
no.
I was a little horny toad when I added these. Who would be more likely to have a furry fetish?
Oh, just like Sean's tail from last week.
Yeah. And Dylan, when you're ready, you can tell us who's going first.
Ryan can go first.
Okay. All right, Ryan, are you ready to tell us?
Dylan.
So Rachel Gray versus
Remember,
Avalanche.
I would like you to finish first. That's the theme. I'm a gentleman.
Okay.
You go first.
Who would
Thank
be
you
more
so
likely
much,
to have a
gentleman.
furry fetish? You're
Not
welcome. All right, Ryan. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So the reason that Rachel Ray has a furry fetish is because, don't you all remember, she actually dated someone from Shi'ar who kind of looked like bird people. So she was kind of already into like those people that look similar to birds. So when she came back to Earth, she couldn't get like off of that. So then she kind of saw beasts. She was like, not really my thing. So then she actually went to this convention, a furry convention. She has actually her own furry outfit that is a phoenix, you guys. She walks around the convention in a giant phoenix. Yeah.
Wow. I'd hate to follow that act.
Yeah.
I hate to too, because I
You wanted me to go first.
Oh,
All right, Dylan, ready?
You okay, Kev?
I'm sorry. I felt a crumb in my boobages.
Kevin was just trying to remember how much fur he had, so he's like reaching
Oh, yeah.
down his shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think I have more.
yeah, you do.
You do.
Stop giving him more time to think about stuff. It's his turn
I
to
know.
I'm just stalling.
debate.
All right. 1. I won't do that to you unless you're ready.
I mean, it's gonna be the same either way.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Avalanche would be the bigger person with a furry fetish because he likes men. Because he's always on a brotherhood with men, and they statistically have more hair than women, and so that makes him gay with Pyro and Blob and Toad, and that's my answer is statistically men are more into fur than women, so that's my answer.
Okay. Okay.
That's why Rachel wore real feathers.
Ryan, can I tell you something? Didn't Rachel and Kurt kind of have a fling? How did you not mention that? He's way furrier than the Birdman that she tried to be with. So
They
I feel
totally
like
did,
your
and-
lack of knowledge of knowing that
was in
Rachel
the-
actually slept with a furry man disqualifies you.
During the
Well-
Uncanny run, when they
Yep.
just came back, and not Cannonball, Sunspot was part of the Hellfire Club, and
Yeah.
see, I know,
Well done.
I knew where it was
in
from.
In X-Men Evolution, Lance Alvers has a crush on Kitty, and kitties are known to be furry.
See, there we go. Furry kitties.
Mhm.
Kevin knows about furry kitties.
Yeah, Caddy
Yes, he
Kevin
does.
knows about.
Kitty, warm
No-
kitty,
no one else here
full
knows about
of
furry
fur.
kitties.
No.
Yes. Oh, sing it, Penny, sing it.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. We will be back next week with Self-Possessed. But Dylan, it is always so much fun to have you on the pod. Thank you for joining us
Yes.
again today.
I think I have a problem because I was on a couple episodes of Homer Superior years ago, and as the episodes went on, I became hornier, and so I think that's happening here.
Yes.
So
Mission accomplished.
yeah,
Mission
Let's go, honey toad.
accomplished. Is that a tube sock behind you? No.
the tube sock on my head.
Oh, okay.
Which one?
Ryan beat me to it.
Zing. All right, Dylan, where can the people find you and your cosplay and anything else you want to plug?
Who am I plugging? Everybody can find me online at Warpath_Dylan. That is Warpath_DYLAN. I have a podcast, but we took a break because the world sucks right now. So I would just say that people should look up The Uncanny Experience. It's an immersive X-Men fan convention that I'm one of the co-founders of, and it's in July this year, and everybody should go to it.
Yay, and we shall be there.
Ryan's been there.
Yeah.
Sean's been there. Kevin's been there.
Mhm.
Everybody should go.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my junior year.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm a sophomore. Ooh. 'Cause I didn't have money the first year.
Don't worry, I'll take you underclassmen or younger classmen under my wing.
I know, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
I got
Just
excited
call
when you
him-
said take you, and then you finished up with that.
You can just call him Mr. Ryan.
Mr.
no.
Ryan.
Yeah. Hands are welcome at any time of the day.
Okay. Mr. Ryan, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at RYEORIO or find me in the Solving for X comments
Yay.
or at
How
Uncanny
about you,
Experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Mr. Kevin?
Oh yes, you can find me at my Instagram KJEEZY87, or follow the other podcast I do with the Charmed magazines currently at Words of the Witches. So yeah,
and you will not find Kevin within 15 feet of any schools.
God.
Kevin was fine. Kevin was fine. He was the
It
one that was
wasn't me.
stopping the children. Yeah.
Just kidding.
I was like, he's a good guy. Yeah.
You are a good guy.
He's a great guy. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And you can find this podcast on Solving for X.X-Men tasks on YouTube, on I'm gonna stop laughing. Instagram. You can find me under Shawnee Havoc on Instagram and TikTok. Yay! Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
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 Yeah. Oh.